Hello everyone, welcome back to OnlineBiz TV. I am Ruth and today we are having another founders interview, this time with Guy Enosh. Hi Guy.
Hi Ruth.
Thanks for joining me.
Thank you for
I
inviting
know you
me.
really wanted to do this interview. So Guy founded with his partner Alon a few successful Shopify stores making money, and recently they decided to do a pivot towards Shopify app development. And they released their first app, Completo, a few months ago.
About 2 months ago.
And Completo basically allows merchants to create a free shipping bar that encourages customers to buy more to get free shipping. First of all, Guy, can you tell us a little bit about the app and where the idea came from?
So basically the idea for our app came while we were merchants and we were selling on Shopify. And one time I sat with a friend of mine and she saw something she liked on her phone and she wanted to buy it, but she was missing about $20 to get to the free shipping goal. And while she was doing that, she just started scrolling in the site until something else came up. And until she found something else she liked, she just didn't finish the purchase. And she just put her phone on the side, forgot about it, and didn't buy from that store. And then I said, okay, this is something I know. We also did some shipping goals on our sites. And we said, okay, this is something relevant to merchant. This is something that we need. This is something that I'm sure other people need as well. That's when we decided to develop this app.
So you basically used your own experience as a merchant to create a solution that works for other merchants.
Exactly.
Did you do any kind of market testing to see if there's any competition or any apps that would basically compete with you for the same customer base?
So we did see several apps that also do the progress bar for the free shipping, but the new thing that we came with was adding upsells, which are relevant to the exact price missing to get to the free shipping goal, chosen automatically for the customers. Doesn't have to go through all the store and go find the right product. You just get them automatically right to his cart and continue buying experience without any unnecessary friction.
So you basically take out the decision making from the customer experience.
Exactly.
That's amazing. And it kind of goes back to something we talked about with Popped-in too, that having competition is not a bad thing. It means that there's a market for you. But when you find a way to kind of make something new that the competition didn't do yet, or even just improve the user experience or the pricing, then you can win in the market with the competition. So that's great. And how did you go about starting this app as merchants? I know you guys are not developers just like us. So How did you actually go about starting your development process? I think this is something that could be really interesting for our audience because a lot of people have ideas, but they're not developers. Sorry about all the sirens, by the way. I don't know what happened today. Maybe give it a minute.
So when we decided to make the app, we knew that we didn't have the development side and the design side to do it. And the same thing that we did with our stores, that we found good people who are designers and good people for marketing and for email marketing and everything, we understood we needed to do the same thing. So we decided to work with a third partner called Lior, who also has already worked on apps and has past experience. And that way we can work on the specifications, on the marketing side, and on talking to customers and understanding exactly what merchants want and need. And she can work on the development side, on the design side, and that makes a great collaboration for us, which each one takes his strong side and pushes them forward.
I love that. So you found a technical partner that can take care of development, and you guys take care of the business side and marketing.
Exactly.
That's great. And can you share a little bit about your journey so far with the app? What were the difficulties that you had to handle, whatever it is doing development or marketing? And what were the little successes that you feel like make this process something you say, okay, so this is going well, we'll continue with this, something that gives you the confirmation to keep going?
So the first thing is that you can't expect what the customers will want. Even though we've been merchant and had several stores, and we have a lot of other friends who are merchants and we talk to them, even the first customers had reviews, had other things that they wanted. And we needed to be flexible and start to change the ways and the things that we did. Say, okay, we're not going to build the feature that we thought about before making this app. We're going to build the features that are relevant and that are the best fit for our clients.
Yeah.
And that's one important thing. It goes both ways. because there are clients asking for things that aren't worth developing for them, if it's something that is just relevant for 1 or 2 stores sometimes. But it is very important to listen, and that's why we started doing the customer support ourselves in the beginning, so we can hear what our clients have to say and what the problem that they are facing.
So basically the most difficult part is to understand the market needs and really understand your customers, your audience, because you have experience as a merchant. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's the same experience that another merchant has and the same needs that they do.
Exactly. And for us, the good part was talking to other merchants, and while seeing their store and working on the store, you can find the best way to fit them and fix the issues for them, which is really important. We noticed that customer support in applications is much more important to be live, to be fast, much more than as merchant, what we saw there. We want to make an app that really gives extra value to the customers, which we are the merchants. And that's why we made our pricing go by the revenue generated by our app. And that's we talk about the fun part and the thing that pushes you forward. For us, is seeing that people are really making extra money and extra revenue from our app, and seeing like really people that are not paying for an app that doesn't worth their value. It's always like positive ROAS for them. This is something that was really important to us to go by.
Yeah, so basically when customers are paying you, it's a double-sided win. First of all, it means you have income and people are willing to pay for the app, and this is a good validation point. And second, it means the app is actually generating money for them. Otherwise, they wouldn't be paying you. So that's another validation. Like, it's a double validation on both the merchant and the customer side for you guys. That's amazing. And do you see any kind of drawbacks to the kind of payment plans that you guys created, the pricing structure of, like we talked about before, usage-based, but also based on the revenue you generate the merchants? Do you see any issues with that?
There are issues. A lot of merchants, they're not reading the whole description and everything, and a lot of the times it's hard to explain exactly how do you work by, because what is revenue generated by your app is a question you get a lot. People that are installing our app and before accepting the payment, they're seeing the highest possible plan, and they think that this is the amount they're going to pay, even though they're going to pay, maybe it's going to be free, because until it generates $50 for the merchant, it stays free. So it might be free or even just $5 a month, but they will see the $250 and think that this is the price they're going to pay. Or they see it by percentages and believe that they're going to pay by their whole revenue of their store. These are the two main issues that we see now with this payment, but we still want to keep it for now this way because we want to keep the value.
I mean, the onboarding process is already pretty streamlined in Shopify. No, I wouldn't say the onboarding process, but the acquisition process, because onboarding depends on how you do it. But the acquisition process is pretty streamlined, but then with some of the limitations that Shopify have that we're familiar with too, you have to find the right way, the right messaging to let your customers know exactly how much they will pay, to kind of make it a little more clear for them. So I think it's even stronger if you're not a micro SaaS. Like if you're not in a marketplace and you have to sell from scratch to people who just got into your website, it's even more difficult. So this is a really good point for any SaaS, I think. Okay, so next question. Let's actually go back a little bit in time. Okay. And I'm really interested to know about your personal entrepreneurial journey. How did you get into e-commerce before SaaS? How did you decide to start something of your own?
It started as a mistake. Mm-hmm. The partner that I work with, Alon, he sat with his friend who is doing e-commerce. Alon just saw it. We were about to release from the military service. He said, okay, this is interesting. This is something nice. We can do it from home. I want to start doing it. And of course, as every business, when you get into it, it takes time. And for about 8 to 10 months, we didn't start making really profit from the stores. But we kept going and kept trying and saw the people that we know that are really doing this and really making money and making a living out of their stores. And after about 10 months, we started making our first profitable store. And we've gone from there. And then we met a lot of good people involving you and Arye that are making apps. And we saw this other field, which is so amazing and has all this good side to it and can really bring extra value to people. And we decided to go for it as well once we found the idea. When we found the idea, I said, okay, this is the time. We just find a partner and we find Lior and just go for it.
I love that. Awesome. So did you as a kid have any kind of entrepreneurial bone in your body? Did you used to, I don't know, sell things and dream about starting your own business, or was it something that you completely got into by mistake?
So I wasn't selling anything or thinking about doing business or thing like that as a kid, but I always loved being on my own, like making the things that I choose and with the good people, of course, but doing the thing the way I want without someone telling me what and how to do things, and like having the open mind to do whatever I like. If I want this project, I can do it. And I've been with it to my school and to the army, and now I see it in my work that I really love the way that I can grow to whichever way that I want.
I think that's a very entrepreneurial thing, like not being able to get orders from anyone. Like I don't want anyone to tell me what to do.
It made me some trouble in the army.
But now it's worth it. What would be your number one tip for whatever it is, merchant or a SaaS founder, someone starting their own business? What would be your number one tip for them?
First one is find good people to work with. Both the people that you employ and the people that you work with. If you decide to work with a partner or anything, that is super important. And I think one of the things that helped us go through the first month of not succeeding, not making profit, losing not a lot of money that we had to start with, is that we were together and we worked on it, and we were more than one person just sitting alone. We were two people working together and starting to make something together. And the second thing is find the thing that really interests you. Because whenever we tried some other things on the way that didn't really interest us, even if they were super easy and let's say easy money or easy to make, we just stop them really quick, because if something doesn't interest you, you just won't do it. So I think these are the two main things.
These are good points. I totally agree. I think a lot of the times people see, especially startup, as like, I'm just going to create it. I hate this field, but I think we can make money in it. So I'm just going to do it and sell it. And that's not really how it works. You have to be interested in the audience and actually provide value to even get to the point of maybe selling it in the future. Okay, so I have two last questions that we ask everyone. First is, if you were a superhero, what would be your superpower?
That's hard. So many good superpowers.
I know, you have to choose one.
I think flying.
That's cool.
I hate walking from place to place. Just too slow.
Is it just for walking? Because if you just don't want to walk, you can just like blink from place to place.
No, but if I can blink, I'd rather like fly places and be wherever I want.
And enjoy it, yeah. That's a good one. I like it. So the last question is actually your question. What would you like to ask our audience? Look into the camera and just ask them.
So I think my question would be, what pushed you into your entrepreneurial journey? Did you get to it by a mistake, or did you plan to get into something and just found the way, the thing that you like to do?
I especially think it's a great question, because a lot of the times there's this myth that if you're an entrepreneur, then from a young age you knew you wanted to be, and that's not always true.
That's
right. Yeah, love this question. Thank you so much, Guy.
Thank you for having me.
I really enjoyed having you here, and we're gonna link down below any websites, social media links that are relevant, so you guys can follow Guy. Thank you, have a great day.
You too.
Biy guys. רגע, שכחתי להגיד like and subscribe. Okay. Okay guys, if you enjoyed this interview, follow and subscribe to see more. Don't forget to hit the bell button to actually get a notification whenever we post. And most importantly, like this video so YouTube knows you like it and you will see the rest of our videos. Have a great day. Bye bye.